We Advantage Migration, we focus on the hidden scholarships. In summary, these are scholarships given by the department. These are scholarships provided by the professor who is going to supervise you while you are studying.
Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? So today we're going to talk about how you can gain scholarship abroad in high-income countries. I see a lot of bright Nigerian students who literally go months without proper education. You see bright minds in secondary school, primary school. The moment they get into university in Nigeria, they become something else. And that's because the system frustrates you. Today, if it's not cultism, tomorrow it is ASU strike, insurgency, kidnappers. It's just so many crazy things that just happen in Nigeria. So I met up with this woman, Dr. Linda, and we started talking. And we discussed how can we make Nigerians, especially graduates, be able to have the opportunity to gain scholarships abroad, specifically graduates. Hi, Dr. Linda.
I'm super excited to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us. So I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to give her the floor to introduce herself before we go into the topic of this conversation.
Wow, thank you so much, Ben. As I said, I'm super excited to be here. Dr. Linda Iheme, and today I'm joining you from Canada. I'm a dentist by background, currently here as education consultant with Vantage Migration. I schooled in Nigeria, read dental surgery, relocated to Canada via the study abroad route on full scholarship, right? That's the genesis of all these things. And I'm here today to share with you exactly what happened and how you yourself can take advantage of that.
Thank you so much, Dr. Linda. So, Dr. Linda, let's just go straight to it. Tell me how you think Nigerians, specifically Nigerian graduates, can actually benefit from this knowledge and how they can actually gain scholarship.
A lot of people that relocate around us, they don't go through the study abroad route. At least for myself, growing up in Nigeria, most people around me relocated maybe through marriage, which some of them can be fake marriages, some relocated by going for conferences and not returning home. Like this was the predominant thing. But I started thinking, by coincidence, I happened to know book, front bencher. As I started having these good grades, in my head then too, I used to think that if you just have good grades, then you can get scholarship. So I was like, at least, thank God though, with this my good grade, I can use it to apply for scholarship. So I grew up thinking about scholarship because of my grades that I usually have. But it was after I have actually relocated that I discovered that when you are coming through the study abroad route, you are actually seen as an expatriate. They already know, for you to be interested in book, you are not anyhow person. Most of the people coming through book have been known to be people that are serious with their lives, people that have something to offer. Do you get what my point? So
okay, but let me ask you another question, Dr. Linda. But there are a lot of reports where a lot of Nigerians actually apply for admission. Let's even leave scholarship. For admission and sometimes for scholarship, they get it, but the problem now is from the embassy. They don't grant them the visa.
When it comes to visa, so many people are applying for their visa for the first time in their lives. And most times, there is even nobody around them that have traveled out before. There is no knowledge of how to go about the visa process, and there is nobody to guide them. The lack of knowledge is what leads to visa denial.
So that you got admission or scholarship is not enough that you will get the visa. You have to know the right steps to take. Even some of the steps that are not even written sometimes on the normal requirements online that people don't know. Does scholarship have to do with only just your grades?
When it comes to scholarships, there are actually different types. When it comes to scholarship for graduates specifically, there are two major types. The popular ones and the hidden ones, right? So most people know about the popular scholarships, and that in itself is the reason they don't get it. For example, a scholarship like Chevening scholarship. Let's say Chevening is taking 100 people from Africa. What happens? They will start reporting that over 10,000 people, because those scholarships are popular. And Chevening is a good example of a popular scholarship, but there are many other popular scholarships, especially the ones you get once you Google scholarships. Maybe Scholarship for Nigerians, scholarship for Africans, those popular ones.
So when there's too much, so when people use the popular routes and there's overpopulation, they start to cut down, even when you've qualified, because there's too many entries.
Now, we Advantage Migration, we focus on the hidden scholarships. In summary, these are scholarships given by the department. These are scholarships provided by the professor who is going to supervise you while you are studying. They are there in, month out, year in, year out. So they don't even publicize it. To apply to the school that offer this type of scholarship, you get the admission. The admission comes with the scholarship. When I got my admission, my school paid me every month over $1,000 every month till I graduated. That is the type of scholarship I'm talking about. So the secret is now, one, knowing that this type of scholarship exists. Number two, knowing how to find this type of scholarship or school that offer this type of scholarship and putting in your application, because they don't even give it and they'll just say funding for students.
The summary, what you're saying is that there are unpopular options of scholarship opportunities that are literally there in our faces, but most Nigerians don't know this, which you do because It's something you've been doing for so many years, and depending on your level, depending on what you graduated with, we can be able to find the opportunities surrounding what you have graduated with to give you something relating to your course, to give you those scholarships.
Yes. So like Advantage Migration, what we now do is that through our training, we train this person on how to find the school that is offering this type of scholarship for the course they study. This is where the training is required. If you want to apply for public health, you can't just apply to any school. You have to find a school offering public health, offering this type of funding, and it will be on their website. That's the truth. Some people will say, send me link. I'll say, even if I copy 5 links of schools like that now and send to somebody, they will submit the application. They may not even get it. Because the same thing that you want, other people want it. So how do you stand out in front of the admission committee? This is what we teach.
This opportunity, is it only for Nigerians? So let's say somebody's in Spain, because I saw someone who said, I'm in Spain, I want to migrate to Canada. Can they take advantage of this opportunity through you, through your help?
Exactly, yes, they can. Because it's not even for Nigerians only. Anybody around the world can take advantage of it.
The next big question is, let's be honest, 99.9% of Nigerians who want to study abroad, they want to japa. So the question I have is, what is the process that can guarantee smooth sail of transition from a student to a permanent residency? Will the scholarship give you some benefits? Or is that one a completely different, stressful situation?
Different countries require different processes. But let's take Canada, for example, because it's also the best when it comes to students being able to stay back. In Canada, once you finish your study, without having, there's no special requirements. This is like a pathway laid out by the government for international students. So you get the job, and most of they want you to work for 6 months to 1 year, depending on the province, and you're able to apply for your permanent residency. Some people, even before they graduate, they can get their permanent residency. That was what happened to me. Because I'm a dentist and I came to Canada, right? Before I could even graduate, there was a pathway for me to do my application for permanent residency. So for students, you finish your program, you apply for permanent residency, and you get it. The only people that don't get it is people that will be considered inadmissible. For example, they've caught you where you were doing fraud before. They sentence you to prison. They may consider you inadmissible.
You just said when you have admission in Canada, in 1 year, you can actually get permanent residency. Am I right, Dr. Linda?
Yeah, depending on the program you studied. For example, if somebody is going through the study abroad pathway, and their program is 2 years, that means they have to finish the program, right? Another person have 1 year program. So it depends on the program you studied. But I'm also saying that even if you're already in Canada, without finishing your studies, depending on your level of education, let's say you're a dentist, lawyer, or something, right? Or you have a master's already, you can actually apply for your permanent residency and get it even before you graduate.
Somebody asked, is there an age limit?
There's no age limit. Because you can't tell somebody you are 45, you cannot school. When you are going through the study abroad pathway, it eliminates the age factor. Other type of immigration, for example, to Canada, have age sort of restriction. But when you are going through the study abroad pathway, that is removed.
So the next question I have is, aside from Canada, let's say somebody says, I want US or UK, I want Ukraine, for instance.
Yeah.
But which other countries would you say also give the opportunities, or is it different rules apply for different countries?
Different rules apply for different countries, but the top 5, Canada #1, Australia, UK. For UK, for example, UK now give you 2 years post-graduation work permit immediately after your study. When they give you that, they expect you to use that 2 years to find work and find the organization that will like take you in. I'll call US like maybe my number 4. Then another one that is hugely overlooked is other European countries.
So another question I want to ask, I saw that very important question, for married people and they have kids, what would you advise they can do?
All these countries that I mentioned right now, once you get your study permit, you are allowed to apply for you and your dependents. Your dependent could be your spouse and your kids. So we have a lot of people relocating with kids. In fact, I say study abroad is the fastest, easiest, and surest route right now for anybody to relocate, including families. Your spouse travels with you, is able to work while you are studying, and students can study and work.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Linda. Is there anything else you would like to say?
There is also study loan. Some of these people end up getting like a partial scholarship, and they are still stuck because even the partial scholarship, they cannot fund it. So right now, our organization introduce any students that comes to us through our program. We introduce them on how to get study loan, especially if they are going to Canada or US. And if they are coming to UK, it's a different type of loan, but it's still possible.
So the question I now have is, are there any exams we have to take before we get these opportunities?
No exam. And let me correct a popular myth. Some people, there's this English exam, they start saying that it's related to scholarship, but it is not. Why? English, IELTS or TOEFL is an English exam that tests whether you can speak English, especially if you're coming to the English-speaking countries. It's not related to how intelligent you are.
Somebody asked a question which is very important. She said, if she gets a student loan, how can she repay them back?
Usually, the loan bodies, at least that we introduce people to, they give students over like 12 years. You can pay it off earlier, but they split it, tiny. It's over like a period of 10 to 12 years, so that when this person is working, they can actually pay back. So this is how it works. And usually, you are not going to sign anything without even first understanding what is going on, and discuss with them before they ask you to sign. So you have to.
Okay, so basically, they give you enough time to pay as much as 10 years later. Sorry, I wanted to ask, I've been seeing this question. Does HND, is this seen as a graduate?
Yes. Yes.
HND?
There are some restrictions. Like a country like Canada, most times they will accept people PGD, that's postgraduate diploma, if you have HND. Most schools will not give you masters direct for Canada. But for a country like UK and US, you'll be able to get masters direct.
So now the main question is, how can they apply?
The person should go to www.vantagemigration.ca. We are offering scholarship, undergraduate scholarship. If you are in your 3rd year or 4th year, we pay school fees for you. And if you're a graduate, you can win a scholarship from me to fund the application fee for this program. And the person can get the scholarship by going to my website, www.drlindaiheme.com.
Thank you so much, Dr. Linda. Wow. So aside from showing people the way, you're also offering aid, financial and also scholarship support from your own end. That's amazing. So guys, if you're educated, if you're smart, if you think this country has betrayed your trust, has broken your dreams, do not fail, do not be broken, do not be disappointed. There is another chance. And I think Dr. Linda has given us all the information we need to succeed. So thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Take care of yourself.
You
All right,
too.
bye guys. Bye
Bye.
everyone.